So yeah, here's the second one I found in this. 2 days after I got the fresh pink, I found Peppermint Pink, and it's a clear one, I'm afraid. It just goes on see-through. Might be a very slight hint, but it's not as good as the mint candy they had for last Christmas. You can see it's got the heart on there, same as the Valentine's ones last year. Pale pink. Nothing to write home about really. Nothing groundbreaking. Very underwhelmed. Don't think much of the packaging. It's just very plain. It's just plain white. It's the same as the other one. It's got lips with a heart in the middle. Nothing special. It looks nice on the pink, but underwhelmed. Decidedly so. There's a swatch. As you can see, it just goes on clear. I can't help thinking with these things that Maybelline have brought out, that these baby lips, that they are running out of ideas now, sort of scraping the barrel to try and find new ideas. And I like that packaging, that's quite pretty. I like the colour, I like it better than the one called Fresh Pink, but Peppermint Pink, and you know, they all smell minty, and this is a completely sheer one. You've got the heart on it, but yeah, it's completely sheer. I thought it might give a slight tint. It might just give a very, very, very faint tint. It's not as, doesn't show up on your lips as much as mint candy did from the Christmas one from last year. Last year they had those 4 that they were released, and it was difficult to get hold of mint candy, but at least it was available in this country, whereas the 4 this year, you can't get Cafe Mocha anywhere, which was one I would have liked. And anyway, I won't go into all that again. I've already done a probably 10-minute long rant moaning about, well, it's not a rant, other people would call it a rant, I just call it well, I'm expressing my feelings and my frustration with Maybelline for their ridiculous policy of we have to release our baby lips for the correct consumer. In other words, if you're in the UK, you're not the correct consumer to receive the Cafe Mocha, which is utterly ridiculous. You'd think a company would want to make money, and I don't see how they can make money by bringing out a collection of a product which they know people love to collect, and then if you're in a particular country you can only allowed to have 3 of them, whereas in another country they've got all 4. Or it's utterly ridiculous, because people who collect, it's going to make them think, well, it makes me think, and I think it's serious collectors, it makes you think, well, what's the point of collecting them if then you're not going to have a chance of completing the collection, because they're not going to allow you to be able to do so. So you just feel like giving up, not bothering to get any more of them. I certainly don't feel any enthusiasm towards them anymore, now I know what their ridiculous policies are. But and I know, you know, I know there's people that's going to say, we don't care, we're happy for what we're grateful for anything Maybelline throws at us, we're only too pleased to have whatever they can put out there. And as I said, that's fine, but it's because I loved them so much that I liked collecting them. And the fact that I was told, oh well, no, they've got to be released for the correct consumer because of they regard the demographics in the UK as being incorrect for like orangey toned ones. Obviously, what else can it be? I mean, I know I'm being facetious about it, but it's just so ridiculous. Yeah, beyond, I've said it, I don't need to say anymore, I've said it all before, but I just wish they'd change that ridiculous policy. If they're going to release a collection, release the whole collection in every country where it's released, not just, like I said, if they released limited edition ones or any ones in America that they didn't have over here, the lovely American sellers will put them up on eBay so that we can buy them, the same with the Thai sellers and the Indian sellers. But for some reason, the ones in the other countries in Europe, like Russia and Finland and or whatever other countries, they just won't put them up for sale so that we can buy them. So, yeah, strange, Maybelline's ridiculous policy there, and the stubborn refusal to allow people that want to buy their products, who collect them, saying, no, you're not going to be allowed to because you're not the correct consumers. We don't feel you're correct for this product. Utterly ridiculous. Bye. Oh, and if 6 months down the line happens to be that Cafe Mocha is freely available anywhere on eBay or Amazon, then bear in mind this is the 31st of December 2016, and as of now in the UK you cannot buy it anywhere. So, you know, if that changes, then bear in mind the date this video was done. Thank you. Bye. I feel that, you know, I don't wish to sound facetious, even though I probably was being, but the reason I mention it is because, you know, you get, when people watch a video, they don't always realise, they don't always take it into account when that video was put up. I mean, I've seen people get some really stupid comments on their video, like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, that was, or oh, you're wrong, and then not taking into account the fact that they're looking at the video maybe anything up to about 5 years after, or it was actually done, and that when the person did the video, what they were talking about applied then, and then someone will watch it months or years later and leave some stupid comment saying, oh, you're daft, you don't know what you're talking about, you're wrong. If they only stop to think and think, okay, before I leave this comment, let me look and see what date that video was put up. And, you know, because it just makes them look ridiculous. They think they're making someone else look ridiculous, but they're making themselves look ridiculous, because I've seen this happen so many times. And I had some silly sarcastic comment on one of my videos when I couldn't get Pina Colada Pow, someone saying something like, there is such a thing as eBay and Amazon, dear, or something. And I thought, yes, and I know. And thanks to me contacting the lovely Norwegian lady and asking her if she'd put those up for sale, which she did, I was then able to purchase some. But at the time I did the video that they commented on, they weren't available anywhere. But I haven't found anyone I can contact to ask if they can put up the Cafe Mocha, because it seems to be that the videos that are up mentioning that they're speaking in Russian or some, you know, language I can't speak. So I wish I did. I wish I was good at languages, but unfortunately I'm not. I'm stupid in that respect. Yeah. And on that happy note, Happy New Year. Yeah, and I sound manic because I get anxious when I do videos, and then I ramble and talk a load of nonsense and probably repeat myself and say the same things over and over again. But I just feel strongly about the baby lips because I've collected them for so long and I've been so enthusiastic about them, and now it's taken all the joy out of collecting them, knowing that Maybelline thinks I'm not the correct consumer for the ones they don't want me to have, that are, you know, like Cafe Mocha at the moment. I've got all the ones I want except for Cafe Mocha, and I don't know what other ones there are available in this mint to be. I was thinking, when I looked quick, and I was in Marks and Spencer's cafe, and I saw that through the packaging, and it looked like mint to go. If you look at it through there, but it's got that ridge on the top, it looked like mint to go. I thought, oh yeah, mint to go, because it sort of made sense. But it's called mint to be, which obviously is a play on words like meant to be for Valentine's. And so I can't believe there's only 2 in the collection. Well, it may well be that there's only 2 in the collection in the UK, but they've probably got 3 or 4 in the collection. I don't know, but I could be wrong. Only time will tell. We will see. Bye for now.